Yo, Klipsch Guy here. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to part 2 of spending 2 weeks with a Klipsch system. Now, if you missed part 1, it was the introduction to the series and the speakers of choice. I changed my entire front soundstage from my Canton Ventos and purchased some Klipsch to kind of listen to and get an assessment on. So if you haven't seen part 1, make sure you go back and watch that. So in part 2, we are going to do the music test, the music demo of these speakers. Now, because this is a YouTube video, you're not going to get an accurate representation of what I heard. So I saved the demo for the end of the video. So for those who still want to hear at least what songs I chose to listen to as reference, they will be in this video as well. But as for what I think about these speakers in their music performance, I'll tell you guys right now. Throughout this listening test, I kept the price point in mind because that's important, not to over-expect, not to raise the bar too high. So I kept that in mind. First and foremost, these speakers sound good. They sound really good. I'm impressed with what I heard. I'm not flabbergasted or blown away, but they sound good. I think good is a good word to use for these speakers. Now, I want to get straight into the strength and the weaknesses. I found that a big complaint that I had for these speakers is the lack of mid-range. There's plenty of bass presence, and there's of course plenty of high range presence, but there's not a lot of that mid-bass. I was missing that in almost every track. It sounded hollow is the thought that came to my mind throughout every song. There was a hollow sounding sound to these speakers. When the bass dipped 45 hertz or lower, it was present, it was rich, it was nice. But when you get into the 80, 90, 100 range, you need the 120 hertz, 150 hertz, 300 hertz, in that kind of body of sound, it was missing for me. It was really missing, and I was surprised because they have 2 large drivers in this cabinet, and I was still missing some mid-range. Now in part 1, a lot of you guys in the comment section said that I would find these speakers to be a bit harsh, but surprisingly, I didn't. The tweeter actually sounded very good, loaded up in that horn, and it sounded very spacious. It really opened up the sound, but it didn't sound harsh. It didn't frighten me. It didn't take away from the music at all. It actually complemented it, and it was one of the better parts of the sound. And I know maybe it was more so the equipment that I'm using and the room that it's in and the EQ that I had applied to it, but I was very pleased with the Klipsch horn-loaded tweeter. It sounded very good, actually. I had no complaints. So I actually didn't find it to be harsh at all. I found it to be pretty silky smooth, to be honest with you, which is quite opposite from what a lot of people have said about the Klipsch reference line. I'll save my overall thoughts for part 4 when I do the full spending my 2 weeks with the Klipsch system, but I will say that these speakers sounded very good. I'm happy with what I heard, and I understand why a lot of people love them. Now with this particular line, I wish that there was a little more mid-bass. I was missing it. It sounded hollow, anemic, and it really took away from pretty much every song that I played. So it makes me wonder how these will sound for home theater. I think it sounds like it's more geared for that than music. So I'm curious to see what my experience is with the movie side of things. So with that being said, I'll save my full review of these speakers for part 4. So make sure you guys are subscribed and keep watching if you guys are interested of seeing what Klipsch Guy thinks of the Klipsch speakers. For now, we will end it here. If you guys want to listen to what music I played, it will be coming up in the next few seconds, and in the description will be the list of songs that I used. Thank you for watching, guys. Klipsch Guy out. Peace.
like a stone, but I'm just